Hello everyone, welcome back to TechOps tutorial. Today we are fixing one of the most common Kubernetes issue, CrashLoopBackOff. I will break a pod, debug it using kubectl and fix it live using YAML. So let's get started. First I will be creating a pod with wrong command, so it will crash immediately. I have already created a YAML file. Let me show you. This is a YAML file. I have mentioned nginx here with the wrong command. I have mentioned double X here instead of single X. This YAML looks simple, but there is a small mistake and that's enough to break the pod. Let's apply it. Kubectl apply -f. Pod is created. Kubectl get pods -w. Container is in creating state. Here crash loopback off means Kubernetes tried to start the container, it crashed and Kubernetes is retrying again and again. Let's describe it. Kubectl describe pod crash-demo. Always remember, describe is your best friend for debugging. Look at this session in describe output. Here, the state is waiting. The reason is crash loopback off and the last state is terminated. Reason is start error and the message also you can see here. And the exit code is 128. Here is what this tells us. Kubernetes tried to start the container. The container failed immediately. Exit code 128 or 127 in some setup means the container could not start because the command does not exist. The message clearly shows execc nginx executable file not found in $path. That's our clue. Notice this is not a Kubernetes bug or an image problem. The container runtime could not start the process because the command is wrong. Let's check the log. Kubectl log, provide the pod name. If the container started even briefly, logs might show the same command not found error, but with runtime level failures, the describe output is more reliable. Now let's correct the command. Nginx already has a default entry point, so we can remove the wrong command. Let's fix it. Crash loopback fixed.yaml. This is the YAML file. Kubectl get pods. Let's clean up and reapply. Kubectl delete pod crash-demo. Kubectl apply -f crash loopback fixed. Pod is created. Kubectl get pods. Container is running. Perfect. The pod is running. No restarts, no crash. So remember, crash loopback off happens when the container cannot start or keeps crashing. Exit code like 128 or 127 depends on the container runtime. That's why kubectl describe pod is so important. It shows the error that logs may never show. Let's see another example. Now let's look at another very common real world reason a pod can go into crash loopback off, a misconfigured liveness prop. Crash loopback liveness.yaml. This YAML file I have created. Here the problem is the Nginx does not have a /health endpoint by default. So the prop will fail. The Kubernetes thinks the container is unhealthy, so it kills and restart it repeatedly. Let's apply it. kubectl apply -f crash loop liveness. Pod is created. kubectl get pods -w. Give it a few seconds and watch the restart count. So it restarted now. Notice how the container keeps restarting. The restart count increasing in Kubernetes, telling us the liveness probe is failing. This is CrashLoopBackOff in action. Let's describe it. kubectl describe pod. Look at the events. Unhealthy, liveness prop failed, HTTP prop failed with status code 404. This clearly shows why Kubernetes is restarting the container. The prop checks /health, sees 404 and assume the container is unhealthy. We can either fix the endpoint or temporarily remove the prop. Let's fix it by pointing the prop to a path that actually exists in Nginx. Let's use / instead of /health. Crash loop liveness. Save it. I have just removed /health to only / kubectl get pods. See, now it has restarted 5th time. This will keep restarting again and again. Let's delete it. kubectl delete pod. It's deleted. kubectl apply -f crash loop liveness. kubectl apply -f crash loop liveness.yaml. kubectl get pods. Let's watch it. It shows running. Let's wait for a few seconds. This is not restarting. Perfect. Now the liveness prop passes. The container is stable and CrashLoopBackOff is gone. CrashLoopBackOff can be caused by wrong container command or misconfigured liveness props or image pull issue, means network or authentication, or a wrong image. Restart count is a key indicator of this problem. Always check kubectl describe pod first. It tells you exactly why the container is failing. Sometimes a pod may fail to start because of image pull issue or a network problem. That's different from liveness prop failure, but it also triggers CrashLoopBackOff. The liveness prop only runs after the container starts, so make sure the application responds to the expected path. So let's quickly recap what we have learned. CrashLoopBackOff does not mean Kubernetes is broken. It means your container is starting and then crashing again and again. In the first demo, the pod failed because of wrong command and the container never started. In the second demo, The application was running but the liveness probe was wrong, so Kubernetes kept restarting it. The key takeaway here is always check kubectl describe pod first, then check the logs, restart count and events. Fix the root cause, don't delete the pod or restart the cluster blindly. A very common beginner mistake is restarting Minikube or deleting the cluster instead of reading the error. Remember, CrashLoopBackOff is not a Kubernetes bug. It's almost always an application or configuration issue. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understanding CrashLoopBackOff clearly, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next Kubernetes troubleshooting video.